What is going on, YouTube? My name's Dewey Davenport and I'm an aviation vlogger. Been around for about a year and a half, 2 years, and it is December 31st, New Year's Eve, getting ready to go into 2019. I am making this video just because it's a year-end video. No flying. I tried to go flying yesterday. It was really nice. Went up into Champ. But today it's been raining all day, so I decided to make this video for you guys to show you how much I appreciate you for supporting my channel, watching my content, and you know we've traveled around all over the place, flying corporately, doing some barnstorming, and also some different pilot reviews, aircraft reviews over the past 2 years. It's been really a lot of fun and exciting to think about what's 2019 is going to bring us. I'm not quite sure, but we never know. I never know because I'm all over the place with stuff. If you've been watching me, you know I'm involved with airplanes or aviation in general. I go to many shows. I barnstorm 2 antique biplanes, a 1929 Travel 4000, and also a 1930 D-25 New Standard. Very rare antique aircraft. I share the joy and passion that I have of aviation with the community, just like barnstormers did back in the 20s. For work, I fly corporately in a Challenger 350. I was previously in a Citation Excel. I've flown DC-9s, Falcon 20s, Encore Pluses, Casas, Twin Otters, Beech 18s. Just, those are the bigger airplanes and things I've flown. But I really want to just say thank you so much for that. That's a really big deal. I have about 7,000 plus subscribers. Without you guys watching my stuff, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. There's a couple different YouTubers I follow a lot. Peter Shrepole, he's a kid that lives right around here. I've known him when he was not even a teenager, flying model airplanes. He's helped out a lot, so I really appreciate that. Nancy Bradshaw, we did a video together down in West Palm Beach. Trent Palmer, he's hard not to watch because the stuff that he does is, I really want to share an experience that people really don't get that often, and that's what barnstorming is all about. I haven't had a lot of videos recently, especially corporately, and you guys, I was flying the Excel, I was flying the Challenger, doing a lot of stuff, and unfortunately the company that I work for, they decided that I shouldn't make any more videos while I'm working, and that's fine. And it's not my right to go and ask why. You guys can see all the videos that I've done before in the Excel and in the Challenger, and I'll keep posting things on Instagram and things like that. But you can reach out to me with my Instagram page. You can write me on Facebook. You can email me. You can go to my website, which is my biplane business. It's gobiplaneRides.com, and it stands for Good Folk in Old Time Biplane Rides. But you can always reach out there, and I'm pretty easy to talk to. You guys can, if I have time, I'll give you a call and talk about some mentoring ideas, directions to go. There's quite a few people I've talked to over the past year and a half. You guys will be able to, you can maybe chime in and leave a comment that, at least I'm attainable. I can talk to you and things like that. So unfortunately, no more corporate stuff for work, but that's not saying that that's where it ends. I have a friend flying a King Air 350. Might go and fly a little bit of that. Also, there is an opportunity to go fly a Citation Ultra, I believe, or something that a friend's flying. So I may go and fly with them a little bit just to make some content, show you guys some different parts of corporate flying. Who I work for and what I do, it's kind of like an airline. It's not quite corporate flying because corporate flying is Part 91 and 135 stuff where you don't really have schedules and things like that. But who I work for, I have a pretty hard schedule of days off. I never really know where I'm going that day or the next day, but I know when I'm off work and things like that. So there's a lot of pros and cons and a lot of differences that we have from just corporate flying to the type of flying that I'm involved with. And I really don't even know how to put it in a category, because it's corporate, it's kind of airline, it's seniority based, it's, you know, we have 2,400 pilots, 430 airplanes, and like I said, we have a schedule. A lot of corporate Part 91 carriers don't. So what's going to happen with this channel in 2019? I'm still going to do a lot of flying stuff, a lot of tailwheel, antique airplanes. You know, that's my passion, is antiques. One thing I need to do is my Travel Air 4000 biplane. I need to do a review on that. We'll do some other reviews on any airplanes that come up that's very unique and very different. I'll try to go up and fly the airplane or just be involved with that. That's part of my channel. I'll try to do some sort of interviews with different pilots and what direction they have taken in their career and where they're at and where they plan on going. So more like pilot interview, podcast type thing. I would love to do a podcast. I just haven't really figured out all the different equipment that's required to do a podcast. I'll continue doing my vlogs, vlogging, like day in a life. I'm here at the Dewey drone right now and having a lot of fun, but maybe in the summer I can do a little bit of that. I'll leave a couple links down below and maybe a couple cards up here, but I did Sun and Fun this year, and I made a vlog on that. I went to Oshkosh, made a vlog on that. Also, I put on my own air show fly-in called the Barnstorming Carnival. Did our 5th year with that event. I'll plan on doing the 6th year coming up here. That's an antique airplane fly-in that really is opened up for the community. 2 years ago, I had over 5,000 spectators, so that's a really big event. With the channel also, I'll keep trying to do some mentoring, trying to answer questions, do some hangar talk live, and like I said, some interviews with different pilots, but also just, I like doing the live broadcasting just because I'm able to actually talk to people that write a lot of good comments or questions, and then we can go and answer that. I'd like to do that more often. I just haven't. I'm not sure how you guys think about it, but leave those comments down below and let me know what you guys think. Since I can't do the corporate stuff, I'll do a lot of mentoring, and that's kind of what I do. I go to a lot of schools around here. I don't really know any other pilot that does nearly as much as what I'm doing around here publicly. I do try to get young kids and adults involved in the flying, and I think anybody that is in the aviation field that have been sustained in the field, they should probably try to do the same thing, especially if you are financially sound and stable to do it. I encourage each and every pilot to do that. I do get a lot of questions on Instagram, so I hope to try to answer all those questions. It's a lot easier for me to call you or talk to you. A lot of times if you leave me a message or something like that, I'll probably write you back and ask for some other contact information so I can speak with you face to face or on the phone, whatever. It's just a lot easier. I think 2018, in my opinion, was a blast. I flew over 1,500 people in my biplane. So that's people that I've flown. How many people have I met? So I meet thousands of people. I make a lot of people happy and excited, and that's what barnstorming is. The corporate flying is corporate flying, and the problem with history and today's aviation is entirely different. Especially with the younger crowd, most of you guys really don't care anything about old airplanes and the history of aircraft, the Travel Air. Nobody knows that it was designed by Walter Beach, Clyde Cessna, and Lloyd Stearman. So that's what I really try to encourage and try to teach people why I'm out barnstorming is give a little history and things like that. You know, well, guess what? Travel Air built Travel Airs, and then Beach built Travel Air. So the same company that built the King Air built my airplane in the 20s also. That's just history, and I really enjoy that part of it. Today's with the new avionics and things like that, it is a lot different. So I'm not able to really show a lot of that, especially with work. But you know, we can talk about it. We can talk about different things like that. I wish I could talk about, you know, more of my flight planning and how all that stuff's done, and how now we're integrated with CPDLC, which is controller pilot data links and things like that, how we were able to pick up clearances and do oceanic crossings through all that. But I do know, if you watch Sean, and I've only watched just a couple of his videos, but it's Corporate Pilot Life, his channel. He has, I've seen the one video, he showed a lot of cool stuff on there. So he's changed jobs and different things like that. So I'm not really sure what he has out for content now, but I'm sure he'll have some pretty cool stuff. Also, Martin Swain, or Swain Martin, he's put out some really good content. If you guys want to get into the regional, he's working for Envoy right now. Watch his stuff. His last video that he did with Envoy and doing IOE, that's probably one of the best marketing videos that any airline has put out. That's hands down. He did a very good job making that film, producing it, and talking about what IOE is all about. I wish I could show you stuff like that, because to me it's not a top secret thing. But you know, for corporations it is, I guess. So watch Martin's stuff and see what he has. He has a huge following, and you can see what I'm talking about. So what do you guys want to see in 2019? Let's leave those comments down below. And you know, I really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Tell your buddies, friends, enemies, whatever. Go to my channel, take a look at the videos. You guys can go back and look at, you know, my old stuff. I have a lot of stuff in the Excel and in the Challenger. Really good videos. I have one video that kind of YouTube started pushing. It's called Day in the Life of a Corporate Pilot. I have 2 of them named that. Well, the first one that I did about 8-9 months ago, it kind of went viral. There's a few 100,000 hits. But I have one that I did not long ago, and it, in my opinion, is much better. But like I said, I'm not sure what really makes YouTube push certain videos, but it pushed it. It's got a lot of comments, good and bad. You know, a lot of people try to make fun of me because, you know, I cleaned an airplane and wiping tables and things like that. And the whole point of my video is called Day in the Life of a Corporate Pilot. So that is what I have to do. That is what probably 90% of the corporate pilot world does. Just no one is showing that. And, you know, if you guys got questions, you know, like I said, leave comments, reach out to me. I really appreciate it. You know, let's make 2019 a lot of fun. Plan on flying these old antique biplanes out here in the hangar that's just right outside here. And we'll fly some Cubs and Champs and all that good stuff. But you know what? I think that's the end of it for 2018. I really appreciate it. And until then, blue skies.